Welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Dino. Here's my beautiful wife, Dani, here, and we're going to be your host today. And we are going to be sharing with you some experiences.
Yes.
Some information and some of the things we learned over the years that helped us to just live a bit better life than many people.
That's right.
And we want you to have this information, and we want you to think about it. We want you to maybe do something about it. We don't know about it, but again, our aim today is to share some things with you that is going to help you understand and maybe open up your eyes. Sometimes when we have this kind of calls, or the presentations, or however you want to call it, some people get back after and say, oh, this information just opened up my eyes. Some people are going to say, oh, this information opened up my entire world.
Yes.
It might be, right?
So today you might be thinking, well, why did my friend, Alitza or Maria, or what did Alan invited me here? Or maybe, Miriana invited me. And I'm just wondering, well, what is this information all about? And why is it so, she or he were so insistent on me being here. But the reality is that nowadays we're living in times where there's a lot of uncertainty. Like there's a lot of things that are moving, and I'm not trying to scare any of you, but we all know that things that we used to pay for going to the store are not the same. Like, if we had 100 euros going into a store, we basically purchased more things just a few months ago, not even a year ago. And, it might make you question, what is that is going to happen, in the next few months. And, we can sit here and blame, the governments, and we can blame everybody else. But in reality, it's not that we are not powerful, because we are powerful. Like, that I want for all of you to understand that, yes, there is something that can be done. I can be very positive. I can have all the beautiful energies. I can have all the beautiful meditation and prayers or whatever you do. But the fact of the matter is that things are changing, and we cannot per se control it, at a global scale. We have, I don't know if any of you that are here, are like big time players that you can just go and sit in a room and just tell the people that control the world to change things. But, we don't. I don't know, maybe some of you are, but, most of us don't. And what we can do, what people that are highly successful during good times and bad times are not those who have, money per se, or have the connections, or have, a good job, or have, the degree. You might be thinking, well, if I had, if I was a doctor, or if I was a lawyer, or if I was this, or if I had, if I knew people, if I had the connections, or if I had the capital to start a business, if I had a better job, I will be better. But let me tell you, today we're going to show you step by step how is that you can create your own economy. Because let's face it, you and I, before we start giving you any advice, any things on what to do, or what to, some advice for you to change the way that you're living, because maybe not everything that you're going to hear and see is for you today. I'm going to be very honest. Like this doesn't apply to everybody. Like, 100% of the time when we get into doing webinars or Zoom calls like this, probably this information is not for a lot of people. But, whenever you think about, what am I going to do today? How am I going to go by? The answer is simple. You and I need to be resourceful. You and I need to be the ones that decide, what, if it's up to me, it's up to me. Yes, there are many other forces around you. There's power in prayer, there's power in believing. But if you believe, and if you pray or meditate or do whatever, and if you don't do anything, you don't take action, you don't have the strategies, and you don't go out there, there's, nobody's going to help you. I'm telling you. So today, yes, we're facing things, that are very out of our control. However, we can do something about it. that is what successful individuals do. You know, whenever you have a successful individual, you know, and I can give you a lot of examples, they can have their business completely crashed down and burn and, you know, being in bankruptcy, and they will get up and then get to the top again and again, because, you know, there are strategies. And today we're going to talk about some of those strategies, you know, and as you go along, if you know, hang around, you know, our company or the people you're surrounded, we're also going to teach you some other things along the way throughout, you know, the next few months. So back to you, Dino.
Awesome. So I really love this, you know, creating your own economy. And to get started, first of all, I'm going to ask you one thing. Can you type down in the comments if you're here for the first time? Like if you never been on any such kind of calls, or, you know, like you never heard about New Hope Global or something like that, put number 5 down in the comments. If you're here for the first time, you're seeing us for the first time, you're seeing some strange people here on this call for the first time, put number 5 down in the comments. I would like to see how many of you are here for the first time.
Let's see.
Anyone else who is here and hasn't been here,
Wow.
I mean, has been here already, welcome as well. But those of you who are for the first time as well, I see Katalin, I see Habibu. So welcome everybody who is here for the first time. We are going to give you the best next about 35 minutes or so. Actually, we have even more, like about 45 minutes or so, before we get to the end of this call. And Zoltan here for the first time, welcome as well. Here's what I want you to really understand. Whatever you do right now, just make an environment for you to be able to thrive. And let me explain to you how this works. If you are cooking right now, that's fine. Just make sure that you are listening on what we are saying. If you are, you know, I don't know, maybe hopefully you're somewhere on a place where you can simply focus. If you can do that, try to get a piece of paper, try to get like a pen, and try to take notes. Because a lot of information that you are going to hear today, you might do your own research.
Yes.
You know, you might get more interested about it. And you might be able to say, you know what, this is something I need, or this is something I want going forward. Okay. So once again, anyone who is here, make your environment the best as you can for the next 45 minutes. Have your pen and paper ready, and just keep taking notes. We have here, as you see, white paper here. We're going to use it a lot. We're going to give you most of the things that we're going to be talking today on the list. So you're going to be able to say like, okay, these are the most important things. All right. So let's get into it and let's get started. First thing I want us to think about right now is something that has been challenging me personally for a long time. And the reason why, because it is something that it is so subconscious for most of us, but it's so true. So as we spoke about create your own economy, and Danny just mentioned, you know, we can get soaked in so many things happening around the world, and we just say, oh, that's just how it is. We can do anything, or we can try to do something on our own. That is why we say create your own economy. But here's the thing. How many of you have heard about the victim mentality? Did anyone heard about the victim mentality? Yeah. Anyone heard about the victim mentality? I'm going to explain it anyway. I'm just asking if anyone heard about victim mentality. Okay, Aisha said every day. Okay, Maria said yes. All right. So we have the victim mentality in this world. And then on the other side, we have victor mentality. And I'm going to explain them just in a second. So Beat also heard, Alex also heard about the victim mentality. And I hope you also heard about the victor mentality. So victim mentality is what happens is basically majority of the people are getting soaked into many different things. And those of you who know about the victim mentality, put it down in the comments. What are some of the things that people are getting through? So majority of the people with victim mentality are paying attention to others people's opinion. Okay, and I'm going to explain that. So victim mentality, they are actually paying attention to what we call OPO, okay? Others people opinions. What are some of the other people's opinions? So you go out to the store and, you know, you do your own thing and people look at you strange. Like, I don't know, maybe you are like, you know, one of those that that is just doing something different. And you get to the store and you're trying to, I don't know, check out different than anyone else is doing it, you know, and people are looking at you. What's wrong with you, Danny? It's like, why are you doing that, right? So majority of people would say, well, something is wrong with me. You know, let me feed back into like what others think about me. Some people are suffering with the self-esteem, because they think what the other people think about them. Do you know anyone like that? That is not performing to their level because they care about what other people think about them? Put number 1 in the comments if you know any of such people that are not even trying to raise up or stand up or do something like that because they care about what other people think about them. Right? A lot of them, a lot of them. So here's the thing. We can keep going on and on and on. But the truth of the matter is the victim mentality is always going to work based on someone else's opinion. Okay? So media, news, all those things that we are hearing every single day. What is that? That is the others people opinion. Not one media news is 100% truth and it's not 100% lie. It's always somewhere between. It depends how you look at it. But the reality is, if you keep listening to them, if you keep like acting based on that, you're going to have problems.
And let me just interrupt you here for a second. And I want you all to think independently. Don't let anybody get into your brain and make you think or talk about something that is you're not even thinking about. And I'm just going to point it out like what Dino is saying. And I'm not anti-news, or I'm not like, I don't have these conspiracy theories, but I'm going to tell you something very practical. I have observed that anytime that, you know, so because I don't watch the news, you know, that, I mean, that's just my personal, you know, conviction. I don't like it. I don't need it. Can't change anybody. I mean, people tell me, well, don't you want to know what's happening around the world? And I'm like, no, because I can't do anything about it. You know, I might hear about some things, I might see it on the internet, but pay attention to one thing. When you talk to one person, even loved ones, this morning, I was talking to my mother, and she was telling me what the news were saying. And I'm like, okay, so me thinking, you know, I was very respectful. I didn't say anything because I didn't agree or disagree with her, because it was just a fact that happened in Mexico. And I was just thinking to myself, how powerful is the media to control our lives, that whenever we even have personal conversations with our loved ones, we're talking about what we see in the news, what we read, and what we watch, what we listen. I mean, it's all over. And I'm going to invite you, like what Dino is saying, whatever you hear in the news, other people's opinions, yes. If you want to get on stock, you need to start making your own opinions and taking out, like, you know, you might watch the news, whatever, you know, that might be your conviction. Mine is like, I don't care. I don't watch it. I don't read it. And I purposely avoid it because it doesn't help me. You know, that helps me stay focused towards my goals. But you might be a little bit different. But what we're inviting you to do is to not let anyone, and I'm not saying the media or the news or whatever, anyone get into your brain and just tell you what to do, what to think, how to feel. So back to you.
Awesome. So as we are like kind of like understanding this victim mentality, right? And I'm gonna share a few more things with you guys here. What the thing is that we are afraid to do anything in our life. You know, it's like you want to make more money. Oh, you're crazy. You can't do that. You want to do that. Oh, you can't do that because you're going out of that. Like, here's the summary of everything. On the victim mentality, everything it's you can't do it. 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 Right? So everything it's like that. So if we go here and we keep continue, I'm gonna show a little bit later, but let's move on to the victor's mentality. So if we go into the victor's mentality, I'm just gonna share a few things before we go forward. One thing is the victor mentality use others, people, ideas. Okay, I'm gonna put it like that so you guys can actually see it better. Other people, ideas. Okay, they use others, people, efforts. They also use other people, money. Okay, and they also use others people, time. Why? Because they know that majority of them are victims, so they can use their time, they can use their money, they can use everything else because they understand this principle. So here's the point, guys. About 95%, okay, let me put it here. About 95% of people in this world are in the victim mentality, and about 5% of people are in the victor mentality. Okay, so I know I'm stepping on someone's toes is here right now on this specific call. That's okay. You know, it's completely fine. You can decide where you want to be. It's not, you know, this is our personal opinion and this is what we learned through the years. But this is what's happening. So here's what it is. The biggest difference for me is that victim, like if there is a information, okay, let's say that we share information. So victim is going to see this information from the negative standpoint, while the victor is going to see this information as a positive standpoint. So basically, if we go up, what we see, it's like basically victim, like if we have a cup here, okay? And don't judge me on my on my drawing capabilities. I'm doing my best, but still, if we have a cup here, okay? So let's say there's this cup is half full of water. So victim is going to say, "Oh man, this cup is just half full." You know, it's just like it's just half. You know, or let me say it in different words. The negative mindset is gonna see the cup, is gonna say, "Oh man, this cup is half empty already. You know, this cup is half empty. It's like it's just half. Maybe it's gonna be even less." You know, that's the victim mentality, right? You're gonna say, "Oh, you know what? It could be better. You know, it's half empty already." But the positive mindset, the victor, is going to say, "Oh man, this cup is already half full. What do we need to do to make it full?"
Exactly.
Do you see the difference?
I see it. It's being resourceful.
But it's the same thing. It's the same cup with the same amount of water inside. Right? There's no any difference. The difference is how we look at the things. Okay? So I want you to understand this part. The victim is mostly going to see things negative, while the victor is going to see things positive. This is a big, big, big difference. How do you look on your life? So the next thing, situation happens. Okay? Situation happens. You know what victim is going to do? It's going to ask themselves, why? Why in the freaking world this situation has happened to me? Why? They're going to live for the next 3 years thinking about why this situation happened to me.
But let me just stop you for a second.
Yes.
It's completely normal that we feel those things and we look at those things. It's very rare that somebody is completely positive, which is what we want and what we want to teach. But then it comes how to pull yourself from that mode, because we've all been there. I mean, at least I can say I'm not perfect, but I don't know, you know, maybe you've been there too. So here's the answer. Here's the solution.
So again, majority of people are going to say, why did this happen to me? But you know what? Victors are going to say, what is the solution? How do we go forward? And there is one thing I learned from one of my mentors. He told me that. He said, Dino, whatever happens to you is the 10% of what this is going to be next. He said, but 90% is how do you react on it? He said 90% of the going forward situation from this specific situation is how do you react on it? How do you take it? Do you take it positive? Do you take it negative? Do you take action or do you do nothing? Okay, so I hope this helps you guys to get started and to understand this thing. So what we want to do right now is we want to go into the next step. And what we want to do here is we want to use this here to go into like something, and I'm just going to leave it here so you guys can still see like this specific information here. But did any one of you heard about the cash flow word? Anyone heard about cash flow? Did anyone heard about cash flow so far? Yes. Okay.
Yes,
so before we continue, let's talk about what cash flow is. What is cash flow? Cash flow is something that keeps you from making more money every single day. It's as simple as that. So basically, more cash flow you create to your whatever you want to call it, bank account, or to your life, or whatever, to your name, more cash flow you create, more opportunities you have to be able to work on. So for example, if someone is having very limited, small amount of income on a daily basis, their cash flow is very, very tiny, very, very low. But if someone is having a huge income on a daily basis, their cash flow is most likely very, very, very high. No, what do they do with that? It's a different story. If they spend it all, they're still doing things that might not be the best. Maybe it is for them. It depends on their lifestyle. But the point is the cash flow. How do you create more money? How do you make more money? Because this is the point. If you cannot make more money, you are not going to have more cash flow. And if you do not have more cash flow, you are limited. Now, let me close this down once and forever. And I'm not here to preach to you the way that this is 100% true or whatever, but here's the point. Those of you guys who are here on this call right now and think and that money is not the most important things in this life, beside, of course, other things, like, some of you are going to say, well, what about love? What about friendship? We are not talking about these things today, okay? We all know about them, that they are there and they are existing and they are like crucial. But those of you guys who are here on this call and still trying to tell yourself that money is not everything for me to progress in life, you are lying to yourself. Yes. I'm sorry to say that, but you're lying to yourself because you keep living in the world where you are trying to play the victim. Okay? I want to get this straight and get it out forever. It's like if you are trying to think that money is not going to solve your situation, you are playing a victim mentality. And the reason why is because there could be different reasons. One reason could be you do not believe in yourself, that you can make it, that you can make this big cash flow. Or the second thing, it is like someone told you that money doesn't solve situation, that money is even, you know, did you ever hear, I hear sometimes people say money is evil.
Well, that, yes, and can I say something here?
Yes.
You know, I'm a believer in, you know, great things, you know, and God and all those things. I'm gonna just say it to all of you, whoever's been telling you, and this has nothing to do with spiritual things, but whoever that's been telling you that evil, evil, that money is evil or is the root of all evils, it's wrong. Yes, you know, there are, you know, some reality and truth to that, that the love for money might be evil, but when money is not evil. Money is to be used in a way that you can bless other people, you can, you know, live a great life, and that's what we want to be doing, to live in abundance. And another thing that I just want to say before I turn it over to Dino is that there's one funny thing that I wanted to mention about this point on money. It's not the same to cry when you're sad and depressed inside of a BMW than to cry and being depressed inside of a beat up car. It's not the same. That's all I want to say.
Okay, we'll leave it right there, and everybody can, you know, make your own conclusion on that. So here's the point, guys.
That's true, Nuno. That is so true.
Exactly. Money is a form of energy. See, like, I like that you guys are contributing and putting the things out. Feel free to do, you know, to put all other suggestions or all other things inside. It's so great for some of you guys to be, you know, to be on that journey, like, you know, working on yourself and discovering many other things. So that's great. So here's the point. There is something that has changed my life forever. Okay, and I was just thinking over the last few days, what are the things that changed my life? You know, like so many times people say, Dino, what have you done that you've been able to change your life? And then I always say to myself, well, this is kind of like a complicated, I always thought this is a complicated question.
Yeah.
You know, like it's almost like someone asks you, like, what does it take to be successful? And then they expect to get, like, you know, one sentence answer. This is what does it take to be successful? Well, I thought that this is not the truth. You know, I thought that it just takes the same years and years and years of things to do it. And of course, you know, from one side it does, right? But the thing is, there are some, I would say, the most important things that we sometimes take it for granted. And I want to share some of those things with you guys right now as we move forward. So there is one thing that I personally understood about money and about cash flow, and it's called cash flow quadrant. Put number 9 in the comments if you ever heard about the cash flow quadrant, and put number 0 in the comments if you never heard about cash flow quadrant. I want to see how many of you are, like, you know, like working towards it or not. So if you never heard about cash flow quadrant, put 0. If you heard about it, put 9.
0.
Okay. So some of you are putting 9, some are putting 0. Okay, 9. Perfect. So, you know, to make sure to see who we are talking to. I love it. So you guys are putting 0s and 9s. Okay. Some of you said heard but don't know what it is. Okay, great. This is no one thing. This is no one thing that I'm telling you. If you just take this, you can forget anything we said.
This is what the entire
you can forget anything we said in the last 35 minutes, and you can forget anything we're gonna say in the next 25 minutes. If you just take this, you are ahead of majority of the people in this world. Okay, so what it is, I'm gonna put it down also on a piece of paper right now. But cash flow quadrant, I'm gonna show you here. It's a simple rule of 4 things. Okay, and this is like Aisha already put it down in the comments. It's Robert Kiyosaki. cash flow quadrant, a lot of other different values from Robert Kiyosaki. This is one of the most, I would say, influential, famous, money maker writers in this world. Okay, so those of you guys go and I will show you just in a second as well. Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow quadrant. The other one is Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Those of you guys who are listening right now, put it down in the chat. Rich Dad and Poor Dad and cash flow quadrant. Those are some of the things from Robert Kiyosaki that you just have to read it. Like if you have never read it so far, that's why you're in the victim mentality. Most of the people, like this is where the things are being opened for them, that they understand there is much more in this world. So the cash flow quadrant goes as simple as that. There is E, there is B, oh sorry, not B, there is S, okay, E, S, there is B, and there is I. Okay, so E, S, B, I. No, I'm gonna just describe it very shortly because we're gonna go forward. But for you to understand, this is employee. Okay, this is where we actually work and we have a job. Okay, then S is self-employed, B is business owner, and I is investor. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into the details because this is not why we are here today. That is why I'm sharing this with you. So as simple as that, and I'm gonna share this with you guys here just in a second. If we go back to our slide just for a little bit. Okay, here it is. Okay, there you go. You can go again, Rich Dad's cash flow quadrant. This is a guide to your financial freedom, and you can see the same thing, ESBI. Okay, so take a screenshot, go and search for it. Like you didn't hear from me, but like you can find these books anywhere. Like these books, these books can be simply find everywhere. Like even you can go to, you can go to online, you can Google for it, and it's going to take you 3 clicks, and you're gonna have the entire book for your own. You can go and buy it if you like paper book. You can find it on Amazon or any other wherever. Okay, so but just make sure to have this. Okay, so going forward. And what we are going to do now in the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to talk about 5 most important things. The first one is the company. The second one is the products. The third one is rewards. The fourth one is support. And 5th one is timing. And I want you to very, very much pay attention. But before we go into that, let's just ask ourselves, why do I need that? What is something that this is like very, very important for me. So going back into our quadrant and going back to our drawing here. All right, if we go back here, is we understand that there are different ways of making money, but here's what I want to ask you guys here right now. How many of you that are here on the call are in need to make an extra income? Put number 1 in the comments if you are in need to make an extra income.
Number 1.
And put number 0 if you do not need to make extra income.
And you don't have to be broke.
No, that has nothing to do with being broke or not.
This is to have.
It's just like as simple as to have the desire to make an extra income. How many of you are in need to make an extra income? Okay.
I think all of us.
And then is there anyone here on this call that is not in need to make an extra income? Put number 0 in the comments.
0 if you have no need. And that's completely okay.
It's okay.
You might be very well off.
I'm going to tell you very simply. I had a schoolmate. Listen to that. Same age as me, schoolmate. He told me about 5 years ago already. He said, Dina, I don't need to make any extra income. My life is done already the way it is. He said, I actually have an apartment that I got from my mom. I have a solid car, and I have a solid job that covers my bills and things, and I can enjoy my life every single week, every single month, and that's what it is. He said, I have 0 need of making extra income. Completely fine. It's everyone's choice, right? We do not judge anyone. We do not force anyone. It's everyone's choice. But I see that most of you, or I would say everybody who has put so far has put 1, which means you're in need of extra income.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the most important part. You have to realize if you think that you are here for some reason, you have to realize you have to jump over to this one.
Yes.
Okay, you have to jump over to this one. Once you jump over to this one, you're also going to understand this part of the cash flow quadrant properly. And once you're gonna apply this, and you're gonna see that you can go from here to move to here, to move to here, to eventually get to here, you are going to master so many things in your life.
Yes.
Okay, I just want you to understand that. So these are some of the things. So if you're in need of extra income, you might want to ask yourself, what can I do? You know, no, I have the solution. Okay, I'm in need for extra income. So what can I do?
Yes.
What is the thing I can do to be able to make an extra income? Okay, here is where we come back and we spend the next few minutes talking about it. So me and Danny has been, you know, mastering this game of cash flow quadrant for years, and we keep mastering it. We keep getting better. We keep getting more ideas. Can I tell you one thing that is going to mess up your brain a bit? Probably. Can you give me permission to tell you one thing that might mess up your brain? Like maybe you just don't want to even hear it. Yes or no? Can I give you one thing that yes? Okay, some people say yes. So I guess I got myself into a situation where I need to share it, right? All right. So let me scramble up your brain a bit. So, my friends, all of you guys here on this call, in the last few months, the world has never been a better place for people who understand this game.
Yes.
I'm just going to tell you very straight, very honestly. The world has never been a better place for people who understand this game. We have friends, we have personal friends, we have people that we know that has made so much money in the last few months that they had never even thought about it before. Okay? Never thought about it before. Like, we have friends that has doubled, tripled, quadrupled, whatever you want to call it, their wealth in the last few months, that has never even had a chance to do it before. And I'm not going to go into the details, how and what and all those kind of things, because the reality is we have to make money first. If you don't have money, we cannot apply these strategies at all.
You can't pay your bills with love. You can't go to the store and say, hey, you know, me and Dino have a lot of love. Can we just pay for the groceries with love?
You can't. You can't. But the reality is that people who masters this game, they will have so bright future going forward. Like, I'm telling you right now. So what we are trying to explain to you guys here is you have to master the game. You have to get into this mastery of, like, I need to be a victor and I need to master the cash flow quadrant. And with that, I need to start making extra income, because if I keep making more income, I create more cash flow. And if I have more cash flow, I have more options. I have more opportunities in this life to be able to do this. Okay. So how many of you would like to really just be in that situation that majority of our friends are? How many of you would like to be in this situation to say life is beautiful?
Yes.
And you know, we are not going to talk about numbers because that's not the point. But sometimes, honestly, we don't see farther than 5 meters away from where we are right now. We don't, because we think that it's not possible. But the reality is everything is possible if you look at it from the right angle.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? If you look at it from the right angle, everything is possible. It is possible. When your friend comes and say, hey, I bought an airplane that costed me about $30 million. It is possible when your friend comes and say, hey, you know what? I'm paying $8,000 a month to just have Wi-Fi on the airplane. It is possible when your friend comes and say, I just took my family to vacation for 6 weeks and we have spent $2 million for vacation.
Yes.
And then it is possible when your friend comes and says, but you know what? Even if we spend $2 million for 6 weeks vacation with my family, we actually made this $2 million in a matter of 11 days back.
Yes.
Huh? What do you say on those things? Like, what do you say? Like, the only thing when someone tells me that, you know what it is? It's this confused smiley that we know, like, you know, like someone put it down if you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Like, I don't know if this chat really allows these smileys, but you know what I'm talking about, right? This like surprised, shocked, like I even don't know how this smiley is called, but it's always like so much appropriate about it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We need to open up your eyes. You know, we need to open up our eyes and we need to understand and see the world from a better place. Okay, so let's take this last, you know, about 15 minutes or so, and let's talk about those things. What are the options? What is the possibility? Does everyone understand right now why did we work for the last 45 minutes to understand where we are? Because if you don't understand where you are, you don't even have desire to go forward and where you want to go. It's as simple as that. So now we realized where we are. But remember what we said in the beginning. It's about 10% of what happened to us. And it's about 90% on how do we react on it. And the same thing, it's about 10% of where we are right now that is going to determine our future. That is going to be 90% of the outcome. So basically, you have all the chances in your hand that you can change your life. One of my friends once said to me, it was one of my early mentors as well. You know what he told me? He said, if you are born poor, it's not your fault. Because at that point, you can't do anything. Yeah. But if you die poor, it's your fault. And I was like, man, that's deep. You know, that someone comes to me and tells me like, if you're born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it's 100% your fault. You know, I got struck. And I'm not saying that any one of us has been born poor or is going to die poor. But what I'm trying to say, it's a deep, huge meaning. Tells you, you are here to make something in your life. You know, you're not here to, sometimes people say, I was not born to this world to just pay bills and die. But the reality is 95% of people are doing that every single day. That's right. They are trying to pay their bills until the rest of their life. I don't want you to be this type of person. Honestly, I don't want you to be. I want you to have greatness. I want you to, you know, to do whatever you want to do in your life. If you like to travel, go and travel. If you like to just live in one place, do it. If you want to go and buy your own island and create your own economy there, go and do it. Whatever you want to do it. But the point is like, if you do not create your own chances and economy, you will never have these things. Exactly. Never. Okay, so let's talk about these 5 things really fast. First of all, who we are as a company. Why are we here? We created a platform that every one of you here can be a part of it and can start working towards the cash flow. Does that sound interesting? You know, if someone has created something that you can use and being able to create a cash flow, is that a good information to have? Yes. It is, right? So really simply, as a company, here's what is our vision, is to bring hope to people's lives. What else? So I want, before we even get into this, you know, can you put the quadrant a little bit? Yes. Because I want to explain our vision and our mission
and what we're here to
Oh,
do,
sorry.
you know, because we have 10 minutes, but we're gonna give you, you know, we told you the step by step. And we're continuing to do so. But you know, the step by step on how to create your own economy is gonna be coming through awareness that you can't, you know, be a victim, and you need to switch to the other side, and you need a mentor for that. You know, we can't just give you all that in compressed 50 minutes. But what we can do is that if you're an employee, we are wanting with this information to take you to have your own economy and be your own business owner, because you might be wanting to switch from being a self-employed. You might even be a doctor. That doesn't mean that you are, you know, an employee.
Let me just add
or a
something
business
here while
owner,
you're
yes.
talking, because this is very important. This part, we have left side, right? And we have right side, okay? Here's the point. Left side is limited, while the right side
It's unlimited.
is unlimited. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because on this side, you depend on your time. You and I only have 24 hours. That's it, nothing else. You know, we have two hands, I mean, of course, some of us, you know, have two hands and 2 feet, but you know, some people don't. But most of us only have 2 hands, 2 feet. You know, we have our eyes. Hopefully, thankfully, we hear, and that's it. Some of us are younger, some of us are older, and this is the point. You don't have enough time. I'm telling you, you know, all of us, even if we're young, we think that we have time to create our own economy. You might think, but you never know what the future comes. You never know tomorrow if you're gonna be here on this earth. You need to be thankful that you're alive today. But think about this, you're limited. When you're a business owner or you're an investor, you know, the things are unlimited because it's not depending on you. It depends on systems. Now, what we want to present to you, and let's like close this down, is a system, because systems can work whenever you're sick. You know, there's people, you know, that I know very closely here that have been sick, or, you know, whatever. You might be sick, you might be in the hospital, you might not be able to walk, you might be lazy one day, and you still make money when you're a business owner or when you're an investor. If you have to open up your shop or your business every single day, you're not a business owner. You are a self-employed person. So business means that whether you're there or not, things are working and are running, and you need systems. So our vision is to provide people with information, to provide people hope, from health to lifestyle to educating people what true wealth is, like what we have been talking. And we also have a big mission. You might not, you know, have this like really thought out, but we want you to become a part of our mission, which is to provide people with high quality, although affordable nutrition. That is a huge mission. And, you know, we have many other things in mind, but if you jump on board, you have a system. You immediately come from the left side to the right side. You're going to be like, how? I mean, when? How much do I need to pay? What's the catch? Nothing. That's the catch.
It's the information.
That you don't have to pay anything. That is, the catch is you. The catch is that the challenge is you, your mindset. If, you know, because it's free, you know, we have all of the infrastructure for you to have your own business and start today with no money. You're going to be like, what? Really? Is it true? Yes. But the catch is, are you hungry? The catch is, are you willing? The catch is, are you the one that is ready to go and make things happen for your family? Because you might be living paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, oh, I just make 100 euros, 200, and I'm okay. You know, I'm paying my bills. That's not living. I want all of you and all of us to wake up. That's not living. That is a miserable life. You and I are destined to be a person that really, really just leaves a legacy, because there's a lot of people waiting for you and I to come out from where they are. And what do we have with this? We have operations in over 40 countries, as you can see. These are your warehouses. This is what you can tell people. You know, I have, you know, I joined, you know, this vision with a business. I'm a partner with them. And, we have warehouses in Slovenia, in the UK, in the United States, Nigeria, Australia, Cyprus, and they missed out Mexico because we also have operations in Mexico. How about that? Just by joining. So the other thing that I want to tell you is that today, you can see that we ship our product. You might be like, well, what's the product? Hold on, don't worry about it. You're here to learn how to take yourself out of the situation you're in. You might not be in a bad situation, but maybe somebody is in a bad situation. We have shipping to all of these countries. We ship between 1 business day up until 6, sometimes 2 weeks, but things happen, and things that are out of our control. But this is the power that you have when you join a system and a business. I think that there are too many more things that I'm probably missing here. I don't know what you want to say.
Well, the point is, it like on all of it, what you just heard is to, first of all, to make the decision. One of my mentors once told me, he said, any good information you hear, say yes, go to work, and figure out the rest. So my question to you, before we go into these last steps and talk about what are some of the things and how you can do that, is like, are you actually, like, through that what you heard right now, is that something that you can say to yourself, yes, I'm gonna do it, and I'll figure out what the products are, what the system is, how the rewards are, how can I get paid, all those kind of things. Will you think about that? Will you say to yourself, yes, I'm ready, and then you're gonna go and figure out the rest? So please put number 5 in the comments if this is your yes, if this is something that you're going to say to yourself, yes, I understand, I need to be a victor, I need to understand this cash flow, and I need to be the one that is going to go and figure out the rest. But the beautiful thing about it is you don't even need to go and figure out. You just need to follow what we are giving you. We want to mentor you, the same as our amazing partners that are some of them here on this call. They mentor you, yes. They help you, they give you, they tell you like, hey, there's a hole, don't step in it, go across or go around or whatever needs to happen.
Yes.
This is what we are creating in this company. We are creating a bond. We are creating a community where people help each other. Now, the last few things before we get off this call is that, how do we do that? So you already heard about the company, and you heard about like you having worldwide business. Some of you are joining in from, I don't know, from Bangladesh. I think I saw someone joining in from Bangladesh. So how hard would it be someone going from Bangladesh, starting their own business in the US or in Slovenia or in Nigeria or in Mexico? How hard would it be someone from Bangladesh to do that physically, personally, just trying to say like, I want to start my own business? How hard would it be? Be honest with me here. How hard? Would it be easy or would it be hard to do that?
Let's see.
Right? But now, by using the system and the company that provided this for you, you can do it like in a matter of minutes. You have your own business. You can go and make things happen.
That's right.
You open up your shop immediately. So what we are saying here is by using some of the products that we created for you, that are first of all very quality, second of all they are very effective, and third of all they are very affordable, inexpensive products. These are the 3 important things you need to understand. If you can have that, you can offer people better quality of life, better nutrition, better days, better living. But on the other side, you provide a huge value to people.
That's right.
So whatever you do in your life, what you need to do, you have to provide value to people. That's all what you need to do. You have to provide value to people. So we have one product is called Refine. We have the second product is called Enhance. We actually even have the third product right now that is a limited edition. But all those things and all the information, you can simply go to our website, go back to the person that invited you, and they're going to give you all this information. We have videos about it. We have like the things that you can simply read and hear and watch and get all those information. But the point of this call is for you to understand what is it? What is the vehicle? How can I actually like understand, okay, this is what I'm doing. Okay. So we have a lot of experiences as the person who invited you to add you to our Facebook groups that we have. So you can read about the customers' experiences all around the world and so on and so on. But the most important part is because of that, you can get rewarded. There are so many ways, but here's the last few minutes what I'm going to show you here. Imagine, let me go back to our piece of paper. So imagine there's a product. I'm not even going to say any product because it doesn't really matter right now, because what I'm showing here is that, so just imagine there's a product, okay? And let's say this product is worth, I don't know, let's say 50 euros. Okay, whatever product is. Now, if this product is available in a supermarket, I'll make it very easy for you guys. If this product is available in the supermarket and you as a customer go there, you buy it, you pay 50 euros, correct? Your friend goes there, buys it, they pay 50 euros. Everybody pays whatever price is, 50 euros, correct? No. What do you have from that? Nothing, zero. What does the store have from it? Everything, whatever is the margin, whatever is the profit, the store have it, right?
Yeah.
So what we created is we created an option that you can take the product, okay? That you can take the product, you can apply NH global system, okay? And you can make other people aware about this product. You sell it, or I would say you share this forward with others, and then if they buy, because you're not the one selling it, because it's the website that they buy the product from. So you share this information with someone else. Instead of them going to the supermarket, they go to this website, they buy the product. And what New Hope Global does here is taking about 50%, okay, from this specific sale, which is, if we put it here, about 25 euros, and is giving back to partners in form of rewards, which is euros, dollars, nairas, whatever you want to call it, in a form of cash, in a form of the thing that you can create your own cash flow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how good is that to be able to know that? So our vision and mission and what we are going to be going forward is we are going to become a household company, which means you're going to be able to anything that adds value to people's life. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to say, hey, you know what, go to my business, go and buy it from here. You're still going to get the benefits, and of course you're going to get the benefits as
Yes.
someone who referred it, right?
Yes.
Okay, does that make sense to everybody who is here on this call? What is just a very simple difference that we have made? We have created product that could be there, but it's not there, but it's here. But we are actually giving 50% of this specific margin, or I would say 50% of the product being sold, giving back to you guys, so you can create your own cash flow, so you can raise up your extra income and create your own economy. This is all what it is. It's about helping other people to take the products and share it with others. So as we are closing this up, how many of you starts understanding right now that there is something that you can do? You know, there is something that you can make this, create your own economy and your own cash flow, right? So that is why I said, make your yes. Decide it, make the decision, say, go back to the person that invited you to this call today and tell them, just send them a message and say, yes, I am ready. Yeah. Show me, how do I get paid? Show me, what do I do? What is my next step? What do I need to do to make this extra income? We have videos, request the videos about the product, request the videos about how you get paid. What do you need to do to get paid? We have all those things. We have all those tools. Okay? Just go back to this person and tell them, hey, I want to make things happen. Yes, I'm ready. Okay? So that's it from my side.
I want to just give a disclaimer before we close this up. Whatever we share here does not guarantee in any way of shape or form that you're gonna, be a millionaire, or you're gonna make, thousands and thousands of euros whatsoever. However, what we can guarantee is that if you apply simple principles of life, your life will improve for the better. And now, today, this information and, this opportunity has the potential to change your life around. It might be that you just want to create an extra source of income, which, making 50, 100 euros a month extra, or maybe you want to create, real wealth. It could be a couple thousands a month, or it could be just huge returns. But that is up to you, how you want to get started. Another thing you can tell the person that got you to this information or to this Zoom call, tell them, yes, I'm ready. I would like to make, just extra income. Or you're the person that wants to really create a revolution. I want to really change the future of my family. You need to be very straightforward with them so they can help you. Because if you are saying that, I got to this Zoom call, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to do things, but I'm not sure, then what I'm gonna recommend you to do is, keep on looking forward always. But this might not be for you. But if you're ready, just right now, go and just tell the person that got you here, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to start. Show me the way, show me how to get to my 100 euros, 200 euros, or maybe to my 1,000 euros. Show me how to do it. I'll do every single step of the things that you tell me. So step by step, very simple, and to sum it up, you can create your own economy. We have a vehicle, we have products, we have, a great rewards program. And, we can't wait to see you on our next training with all of our partners. So we can just see you succeed and see you, really doing great things for you and your family.
Awesome. So again, say yes to yourself and to everyone else and make things happen. We appreciate you. We really appreciate your time. We thank you for being here. We love you wherever you are around the world. Greetings to everybody. Take care and stay safe, and hope to see you at the top. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.